gosh, that is a lot of moisture. Good morning, I'm Kathleen Pate, and I have spent the last couple of days here in my basement trying to get it cleaned out. I knew that I had a leak, but I've actually found 2 spots that are leaking. So I'm trying to get some stuff out of the way because I'm going to have to call an AC guy and a plumber. And they're going to have to be able to get in here and move around. I keep telling myself that this could be worse. Yes, there are a lot of things down here in this basement. There are a few really nice pieces of furniture and some equipment amongst all the clutter and garbage. And yes, that's a deer head laying in the corner. I found some canned foods. I have no idea how old they are. We're finding a lot of pictures and a lot of tins. Just a lot of stuff is in this room. And I think this is a precursor of things that I was going to find in this house. Shoes. I have found a lot of shoes and a lot of little appliances like this George Foreman. And this is the spot where the washing machine is supposed to be. And this is where I've discovered some electrical issues and this old cast iron plumbing. There's some cabinets that are over here. I'm kind of lucky there's not a whole lot of stuff in here, but it is going to make a great place for storage once I get this all cleaned up. And I am really loving this old propane stove. It still has a lot of junk on it that I need to clean off, but I'm really loving the stove. And here's a cool find. Ron was very popular in this house at one time, but the book is kind of moist, so it's got to go. I'm also finding a lot of kitchenware, dishes, glasses, and pottery. I found these really cool kitchen containers. They're really pretty. And a lot of Christmas stuff. There is a ton of Christmas stuff in this house. These glasses are actually pretty, and they match the Christmas plate set that I will find in the other room. This was a pretty cool find. If you're an alcohol connoisseur, I guess. These are some pretty neat bottles, but we are missing a shot glass. And of course, we cannot forget the orange juice container with the matching glasses. Every house should have one. And of course, I cannot bypass this new wave oven that I found. This was pretty cool. I remember seeing it advertised. It's got all those fancy buttons on there. And I guess I'm going to have to see if it works. As I continue to clean, I'm, finding some pretty interesting things like this pile of shoes. And I also found this really cool basket. This is in really good shape, and I'm going to have to find a use for it, maybe for storage in the bathroom. And I'm really loving this electric wok. It is really cool looking. The only problem is that so far I have not been able to find the plug, but I'm going to keep on looking. And I haven't tried out the dryer yet, but I hope it still works. It's kind of funny. Shelly doesn't mind being down here in the basement, but Justice just absolutely hates it. I don't blame her. It stinks down here. Between the two of them, Shelly and Justice, they've decided that it's time to go. So I wrap up this day and load up my truck with 7 bags of garbage that I have to dispose of. I've been tinkering around with the idea of getting a dumpster, but they're really expensive. But I may have to just go ahead and bite the bullet and get one because there's more stuff here than I can just put in garbage cans.
I managed to get 7 bags of garbage filled up that first day and filled up both of our garbage cans.
This fireplace is absolutely huge. I can't wait to have my first fire in it. But that's going to have to wait until I get rid of all the stuff that's surrounding it and figure out why there's water all over the place. And I'm really excited about this find. It's an old wood stove. I'm hoping I can find all the pieces to it, or that they're all underneath all the stuff that's packed on top of it. And this is my problem. This is the air conditioning system, and this is where a lot of the water's coming from. This pump actually pulls all the water from the condenser and pushes it outside. I don't think it's able to keep up because I keep finding water late in the afternoon after it's had a busy day. And then there's the issue with the plumbing. This stuff looks new, but this is not. I'm hoping that I can cap this so it'll stop draining in the basement. But if somebody will give me an idea of what I need to do, if you leave that in the comments, I really would appreciate it. And here's that pretty wood stove again after I've got all the junk cleaned off of it. It's actually in pretty decent shape. We are finding some pretty interesting things down here in this basement. A lot of decorating stuff, a lot of medical stuff, and a lot of junk. There's a lot of old equipment in here, and I'm finding bins of nothing but glassware. Bins and bins and bins of glassware. And this was a pretty interesting find. I found some old 8-track tapes, but I haven't found an 8-track tape player yet, but I'll let you know when I find it. The real find was the stuff that's in this back bedroom. Apparently, this is where the previous owners kept all their old clothing. These were pretty cool, and I may find a spot on the wall for them. And I also found this really cool mirror and pony, kind of a carnival look. It was pretty cool. I might keep it. We shall see. Well, this day wasn't too bad. I've got piles and piles of trash bags. And with the help of my family, I now have a plan. We're going to use the pole barn to start a pile of junk from the house. I'm going to go ahead and order a dumpster. And the tractor has come in very handy getting some of the big stuff out there. So far today, I have found a duck decoy and these really cool canisters. I'm really liking these. These are pretty. And then all the way back in the corner, I found this old cedar table. It looks like it's still in really good shape. This chair seems to be in good shape, but I won't know until I get it down from off this table. Today's work has been very productive. I got a lot of stuff out from in front of the fireplace. I got the corner cleaned out here by the refrigerator. And I've been working on this back side room. I'm going to go ahead and refer it to the Christmas room because there's still a Christmas tree up. But, I found some interesting things. And I've also been able to make a path all the way back there to the door so that hopefully we can get in and out. There is still a lot to go through, but we're doing it pretty steady, one day at a time. And since I've moved all the junk from in front of the fireplace, you can see how much leaking is going on from the air conditioner. And I want to show you guys real quick what we've been working on. My family has pulled out all this bedding from the back room, and that is where the rats had made a nest. Eleanor, Jennifer, and Blaine have been working on this room. And this is just to give you an idea of what this room looked like and now what it looks like today. They got this room cleaned out, sorted, and organized completely. Thank you guys so much for helping me out. It would have taken me over a week to get all this done. And some really cool stuff that they found in this room were these 2 saddles. There's this regular style saddle, and then there's this ladies or a side saddle that was in this room just laying on some old mattresses. Are they not cool? Our next big push is to get back here into this back room. I think it was an old storage room at one time, but there is a lot of stuff to go through back here. And here's just an idea of all the stuff that we pulled out of this house or out of this basement so far. Yeah, that's a lot of stuff. Good morning. So last night was the first night that I've spent the night in my home. The house across the street is pretty full with family and dogs. So I brought Justice over here, and me and her spent the night here with Shelly. And Shelly was very happy to have the company. Today is going to be another big push to get a lot of the stuff that we can out of the basement. And I actually think that we've done really well. And everybody has done a fabulous job at helping me get that basement organized and cleaned up. Guys, I cannot thank you enough. I really can't. I appreciate everything that you've done for me. But now it's time to get back to work. I'm going to start this morning in the living room. I have several boxes of clothes and all of this stuff I need to get down into the basement so it can be sorted. Let's see if I can take this mess and turn it into an actual living room. I think I could actually sit in here and watch TV if I wanted to. I brought all the bags and boxes down here to the sorting room, and they had them put away in no time. This back room was pretty bad. I threw most of the stuff away, but I have a couple of bins that I need to go through and these toolboxes. There's still a lot of stuff in here. I need to get all these mattresses out, and I have no idea what's under that one. We have found so many cool items, but I'm really pleased with the change in this room. This is a small living area. We got all the light bulbs changed, and it came out great. Also went through some of the bins, and we came across a lot of glasses and a lot of plates and dinner sets. A lot of it I'll try to sell in a yard sale or give to donations. I still have a lot to do in the basement, but I couldn't have gotten near as much done if I didn't have the help of my family. Thank you guys. Thank you so much again. I really do appreciate it. Justice has had a really hard time going through this. I've made her stay upstairs this whole time. She really doesn't like going down the stairs. So she's been up here quite a bit guarding the front door, and I do appreciate her help too. She's a good guard dog. It's been a long day and I'm really tired and I need to get back over to the other house. I'm going to sleep in my own bed tonight. So you guys have a great evening. Have a wonderful week.